Employees are prioritizing culture and fair pay as essential to their job satisfaction. Today, we're having a conversation with Eddie Geller and Lola Han. Eddie is CEO and founder of SKOR, the platform that measures organizational culture and links it to profits. Lola is CEO and founder of Kamsa, a market compensation data and strategic consulting company. Experts Lola and Eddie will share their perspectives and the link between healthy workplace culture and fair pay practices. Let's dive into why these values matter more than ever. Eddie, can you give us some background on SKOR? What is SKOR and why is it a leading indicator of workplace culture?
Absolutely, Debbie. After 25 years of building companies and teams, frankly, with a relentless focus on people and culture, I really found one key focus and one key truth. Prioritizing people and culture drives profitability. Through extensive research beyond the companies I'd built, I saw time and time again that a culture-first approach really led to extraordinary business outcomes and amazing financial results. So I founded SKOR, really to inspire leaders and CEOs worldwide to rethink their strategies, make their people and cultures their top priority as opposed to one of those maybe things. And SKOR is the culture measurement platform connecting the dots of people, culture, and profit, a link that has never been so clear and accessible. And by using SKOR, companies can not only accelerate profits, but also create environments in which people can really thrive.
Lola, what is Kamsa and what space is it serving in the B2B market?
Kamsa is a hybrid of a compensation software and consulting team. We provide companies with reliable global market data along with our compensation experts to build compensation programs that ensure pay strategies are competitive and equitable. I founded Kamsa after spending over 20 years in HR and compensation, finding it really difficult to find that one-stop shop solution for all compensation needs. In Korean, Kamsa means appreciation because we help companies make sure their most valuable asset, their people, are paid fairly.
So we're focusing on company culture and pay health today. Lola, you mentioned pay equity. How does compensation contribute to company culture?
Compensation really is the foundation of a healthy company culture. Paying fairly is a signal that the company values and respects employees' contributions. When compensation aligns with fairness and transparency, it builds trust and a sense of belonging. Pay is absolutely integral to company culture. It's not just what you pay, it's the message it sends about how you value your people.
Eddie, the culture score methodology highlights three main elements of culture: cohesion, clarity, and courage. Could you walk us through the three C's?
So the first C is cohesion. Cohesion is the unity and connectedness among team members and departments. It represents shared values, mission, and a sense of belonging, and really common beliefs in which the team really work together and connect. The second C is clarity. Clarity is about well-defined goals, expectations, transparent communication throughout the organization. Do people know the strategy? Do people know the goals and really what it means for them? It means everyone understanding where the company is going and what their role is in it. The third C is courage. Courage involves organizations' commitment to a whole host of things, but really transparency at the center, embracing a growth mindset, and really creativity comes to just all sorts of challenges they're dealing with, and really fostering an environment in which they're learning, trialing, learning again. The three C's matter together because they're the essential ingredients in creating a culture that elevates performance and really engage employees deeply. When these elements are prioritized, organizations see higher productivity, lower turnover, and ultimately increased profitability. Our methodology measures each of these areas, giving leaders actionable insights into where they excel and where the opportunities for growth.
So cohesion is the foundation for a positive culture. Eddie, what are some of the key actions that leaders and organizations can take to make sure they're setting their teams up for success from the start?
When a team has high cohesion, there's a strong foundation of trust, collaboration, and mutual support. And really, core values talked about, recognized, and really embraced. And the alignment fosters loyalty and minimizes internal friction, allowing for the team to move in sync towards shared goals. Companies that identify the core values and not just the wall, but actually weave it into the day-to-day really thrive. Recognizing people and catching them in the act of living the values is really a key part of driving cohesion across the organization.
Lola, what are some of the key actions that leaders and organizations can take to ensure they're taking cohesive actions in regards to compensation?
To create unity and consistency around compensation, a good starting point is to establish and clearly articulate a compensation philosophy. This helps everyone understand the why behind pay decisions. Another key step is deciding on your approach to pay transparency. For example, some companies might choose to use a baseline level, focusing on compliance with laws and regulations, while others might go all in and share pay bands openly with employees. Whatever approach you choose, it's crucial to define it and communicate it consistently. This lays the foundation for a cohesive and fair compensation strategy that everyone can understand and support.
So, regarding the clarity area, in fast-paced industries like tech, where goals can change rapidly, what are some best practices you recommend for leaders to maintain clarity?
Clarity is critical. Clear communication ensures that all employees know where the company is headed and, more importantly, how their work contributes to that direction and the goals. Reduces confusion, boosts focus, and empowers employees to make informed decisions, aligning the team goals to, in turn, the company goals.
And at Kamsa, we've helped hundreds of companies build a clear job architecture and career paths across the organization. We found that this clarity not only helps leaders identify the roles they need to achieve their goals, but it also sets clear expectations for employees, for career growth, and what's needed to move up. This structure becomes especially important in fast-paced industries like tech, where goals can shift quickly. If you have a bonus program, it's crucial to set clear goals that stay relevant throughout the year. Otherwise, when it's time to pay out those bonuses, outdated goals can lead to misalignment and miss the mark really on driving the right behaviors. Setting big picture goals with some flexibility helps maintain clarity.
So, courage in culture is often linked to transparency. It's easy to be transparent about successes, but courage is needed when it comes to failures. How can companies foster an environment where courage and transparency are encouraged without the fear of backlash?
It really starts with the people being motivated and inspired by the organizational leader. And as part of that inspiration and be connected, it's really important that rewards are objective. So many companies have too much subjectivity when it comes to rewards. So having that link with Lola's company is really quite extraordinary in the services they offer. When employees feel supported, appreciated, and empowered to take risks because they know their failures can be celebrated and the chance to learn, they really do their best work.
It also takes courage for an organization to be transparent about pay ranges. Before making this move, though, invest in reliable market data to create accurate pay bands so that you're confident they align with current trends. If you're heading toward pay transparency, a phased approach is best. On our website, kamsa.com, we have key steps that help reduce the risks of rolling it out too quickly. When companies are transparent about their compensation philosophy and share the timeline of events like when they get salary increases or when promotions occur during the year, it really makes pay conversations easier for everyone involved.
Eddie, what is benchmarking in your industry? How can companies use their culture score outputs to compare their results to industry peers? And how does this data help leaders take action?
Companies can use a culture score to benchmark against industry peers, identifying their strengths and weaknesses across a whole range of areas, more importantly, cohesion, clarity, and courage. This comparison reveals where they excel, where there's room for improvement relative to competitors, guiding them to what to prioritize. The data really empowers leaders to take specific actions based on these insights. For instance, low clarity scores might prompt initiatives to focus on goal improvement or scorecards and increase communication. With ongoing tracking, the culture score allows leaders to monitor progress, adjust strategies, ensuring the cultural enhancements not only targeted, but also drive long-term performance and profitability. And one additional thing I might add is that we publish a quarterly state of culture report that's on our website where organizations can see how they fare and how other industries fare against each other too.
Lola, what is benchmarking in regards to compensation, and how might companies approach measuring and maintaining the health of employees' pay within their organization?
In simple terms, benchmarking means comparing an employee's pay to market rate for their role. So companies can gauge pay health by calculating each employee's comp ratio, their salary divided by the midpoint of the salary range, 100% meaning they're right at the midpoint. Reviewing comp ratios regularly helps prevent pay gaps from piling up, and this proactive approach keeps your compensation in line with the market and avoids accumulating what I call compensation debt.
So, how can leaders leverage their culture score and comp ratio, or pay health scores, to ensure that they're attracting and retaining top talent, particularly in competitive industries?
Leaders can use culture score and the comp ratios together and review them regularly to ensure they're attracting and retaining top talent. Comp ratios allows you to keep an eye out on any pay adjustments that need to be made to remain competitive, while ensuring you maintain a high culture score, resulting in a supportive and growth-oriented environment.
Absolutely. When companies have both a healthy culture score and competitive pay, they create a more productive and ultimately more profitable organization. Both are so crucial, it's not an either or situation.
How can companies start the journey of assessing their company culture?
We've actually created a snapshot version of our platform on our website, Debbie, where it just provides organizations a short, 2-minute introduction to what Culture Score is. It's called the Culture Score Snapshot. And it's free to use, and everyone gets a dynamic report real time. So if anyone like to go and check it out, if they just go to culturescore.com/Kamsa snapshot, they'll be able to access the snapshot and check it out for themselves.
This has been a wonderful discussion. Thank you for taking the time to talk about this with us.